I've kind of decided that maybe I should just blast out these Salvia divinorum diaries tonight. It'll take me an hour or two to tell them all. It'll take me probably all day tomorrow to upload them. We'll see. But anything could happen. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. You know, something might happen. I might not be able to tell the rest, and that'd suck. So, welcome to the next installment of the Salvia divinorum diaries. The next time I did it, I was in Sherman Oaks hanging out with my friend Bruce. And we were down on the LA River on this little thing. It's almost like a park, but nobody knew about it. It was just a grassy area. It was dirt and had trees and cactuses. It had all kinds of, like a greenway. But it wasn't really a park. It was just a place with, you know, grass and plants and like a dirt trail. And there's this, the LA River here is not really a river. It's a concrete canal, you know, but still it's water down there, and you can look over the fence. There's a big chain link fence, and you can look over it and see, you know, egrets and stuff hanging out down there fishing in the concrete, you know, canal. And hardly anybody come around. It was just like in the daytime, there'd be just a few of the people in the neighborhood that used it to walk their dogs. But nobody really knew about it except the neighborhood people and me and Bruce. So we'd go down there and hang out because we could hide from the cops. Cops never couldn't see us down there. Even if they drove down the street, they couldn't see us down there because it's like a big hill down to it. You're in a deep ditch. And if you're on the road above, you can't see down in there. So it was perfect. And it's pretty, too. Quiet and peaceful. There's just a nice place to hang out and drink and smoke pot and whatever. So we're down there. And a few of our friends knew that if they didn't see us up on Ventura Boulevard, that's probably where we were at. And all of a sudden our buddy Russ came walking down the trail. And we're like, oh shit, here's Russ. He said he's going to meet us in about the last time we saw him, he said he was going to look for us in a few days, but it'd been like a couple of weeks. You know, we hadn't seen him in maybe even longer. At least that. Hey, how you guys doing? We kind of remembered what happened the last time. And we're kind of sitting there like, I don't know, a little apprehensive. It was like, oh shit. It's like, hey, I brought that stuff, man, the tincture this time. It's way stronger than the other stuff you did. And we're like, oh, cool. But we also kind of like had sort of recuperated from it a little bit. And we were kind of embarrassed about being so terrified, and kind of like eager to, like, you know, show ourselves in a better light this time. Yeah, we're being kind of like putting on a brave face, even though I could tell Bruce was nervous, and so was I. It was even stronger than that shit the last time. We'd kind of forgotten about it, though, how powerful it was. That's one of the tricks this stuff has, is you kind of remember, but you don't. You don't remember exactly how potent it is until you do it again. But check this out. We're all going to sit down, and we're sitting there. He's in between us. He pulls out his pipe. He dumps out some of the green leaves again, packs it in there. Then he pulls out this vial, sets it down, and it's got a dropper. And he just puts a couple of drops in there. And it's in the summertime. It's like 85 degrees, and the sun's shining down. And he's like, reaches out, because we're in the shade, he reaches out and puts it out in the sun, because it's just a few feet away. There's the sun. He said, we've got to let it dry a little bit. Let the alcohol evaporate, because it's in, like, ethyl alcohol, he said. You know. And let it evaporate a little bit, you know. Because ethyl alcohol's not as toxic as some of the other alcohols, but still, you don't want to smoke it, really. It's really a sublingual. He said, this stuff is for sublingual, but this is the better way to do it. Just let it dry out a little bit and it'll be fine. After about 5 minutes, he said, that's enough. Who's first? Me? Me. He hands it over to me. This time when I light it up and smoke it, it doesn't like ignite like it did the last time. It kind of like burns slow like marijuana because of the tincture. But I got a big old hit. He's like, hand me the pipe. I handed it to him. All of a sudden, it felt like I was blasting off into space, sitting right there. I felt like I was going 1,000 miles an hour. The G-force was about to crush me to the ground. And I was terrified. All of a sudden, I remembered, oh, crap. Why did I do this? This is just even worse than the last time. But this time, I'm not jumping up and running. I'm just sitting there. And I felt like something was like, some force was coming down on me from above too, or I was coming up to meet it or something, and I was surrounded by it, and it was kind of angry at me. Kind of like, almost like a parent that loves you, but is real pissed off about something you did. You know? Not that I really had too much of that in my life, but I did a few times. An authority figure that got your best interest at heart and cares for you, but just not too happy with you right now. And this was like a real powerful character that like could destroy you. So you just felt like this person can just destroy me. He's the creator of the universe and everything else outside of it too. Couldn't see anything, I just detected it. I kind of felt like there were like these good guys that were like all around, like almost like these vibrations coming off of them, like beautiful music, but I really couldn't hear anything, or singing, but I really couldn't hear anything. It's almost like they're trying to soothe me, but at the same time, down low at ground level, creeping around, I felt like there's these predators. I could kind of hear like these taunts out in the distance and cat calls, whistling, and, you know, threats. And there was like this battle going on. It's kind of, I said, it's just like this, the war in heaven. And I realized that all this was occurring within me, and it was infinite space inside me. And there was a war going on in there between God, Satan, the angels, and the demons. Now God's defeated Satan out of hand. He just cast him down to earth, and this is a prison for Satan and his demons, and we're trapped here with them. You know, unfortunately. Or, I don't know. You know, God's ways aren't our ways, and we don't understand why. Just, we have to deal with it. We have to come to him for protection. Okay? That's what it is. Like a parent going, look both ways before you cross the street, and don't talk to strangers. And wasn't much more. Just started coming down, and after about the same thing, it's just all the sensations I felt the first time were just way more powerful. It was kind of almost like it wasn't as scary, and I was able to handle a little bit better. And by this time, he'd handed it over to Bruce, and he took a hit. And all of a sudden, I see him like straighten up, and he's like, blast off. And I'm like, I knew exactly what he was going through. Blast off. I'm like, yeah, blast off is right. You know? And then he's just sitting there looking around and looking at the sky. I know he's having the exact same type of experience I'm having. And Russ is like hanging out, and we're drinking beer for a little while longer. Eventually we come down, but we're like trying to process everything. But this time it wasn't quite the same. The tincture's a little bit different. It was just so powerful, it just kind of like overwhelmed you, and it wasn't quite as it's frightening. I don't know why. I never did the tincture again. That was the last time. Well, it wasn't the last time that day, because he asked us if we had a pipe. I'm like, yeah, we got a pipe. And he filled our pipe with some of the leaves and put some of the tincture in. Said, here's some for you to smoke. I gotta leave. I gotta go. You know, he's going on his little Men in Black missions, whatever that is. And he creeps off. Took us a while before we wanted to take another hit, but we were sitting there. We had a little joint or something, 12-pack of beer, and we're drinking it. Maybe one thing is an 18-pack or something. We're drinking it. We're going to spend the night there. We ain't going anywhere. We're going to camp there. He's got his shopping cart. I got my bicycle, and we got some cardboard in his shopping cart, and we lay our blankets out, and we're going to sleep there because at night there's just nobody there. And we got backup. There's two of us. We both got knives on us, and a baseball bat, in his cart. So we got something, It gets dark, real dark. It's nighttime. Finally, we get the guts up to do it again. He does it first. Hands it to me. I take a hit. Now it gets real creepy. I could totally hear angels singing up in the sky. And once again, this force comes down. It's kind of pissed. And basically what it's saying is, stop doing this. Don't do this anymore. You're cheating. I don't like this. But since you did it, here I am, and deal with it. I know it's scary, and I don't like that, because I don't want you to be scared of me. It's hard to explain, but that's what I was getting. Don't do this, man. You're not ready for this. You can't handle it. Your eyes can't stand the presence of me. But you want to see these angels and demons, so be it. There you go. And the demons were like creeping up close to us. This time I kind of like collapsed, and I'm laying on my back. And something starts leaning over me, like some kind of succubus. Like it's gonna, and it has like a light that it's shining in my eyes. Like a flashlight. I'm like, is this the cops standing over me or something? But it wasn't a cop. It was like a magic wand or something, like waving in my face. And I was like paralyzed in this abyss. And I heard like the angels singing, like, that when the door opens up and it's the heavenly choir starts singing, because the secrets of the universe is just being revealed. And the demons started scattering a little bit and backing off into the distance. And I just laid there. Eventually I just passed out. I kept feeling like things were trying to creep up on me in the night, but the angels were protecting us. And woke up the next morning, and I don't ever remember laying my cardboard out and putting a blanket down and laying down and going to sleep, but I did. I woke up in the morning, I'm on it, and Bruce is there waking up. We're starting to drink beer for a wake up. I'm like, holy shit. I don't know, man, about that shit. I don't think me and Bruce ever smoked it together again. It was a long time before I ever smoked that stuff again. But anyway, see ya next time.